Hey guys, the Nightwolf DJ here.
And Sinbad 316 here.
And as you guys know, recently we had just gone to Furality Somna. And we thought instead of just talking about it, we thought it would be better to show you guys what we saw and experienced at Furality Somna. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. And for better viewer experience, we suggest that all viewers wear headphones for a much better, clearer experience. Trust me, you're going to want to do it.
Absolutely. You guys are going to be in for a blast, and sit back, relax, pure discretion is advised. Enjoy the show, and dream on.
So enjoy our trip through Furality Somna.
Welcome to the Furality Somna Fireworks Show. You can select your preference for gentle or explosive sound effects using the panel. Thank you, and dream well.
You know, sis, Furality Somna has been an amazing convention. I've been enjoying
It
this
really
a
was.
lot. And
Yeah, me too.
it was such a beautiful event. In fact, I decided to keep this uniform.
Because I can't get over it, and it's basically like another asset for my avatar now.
I don't blame you. I mean, it looks good on you, honestly. Especially with all the colors and the constellations. It's really good look for you, honestly.
Thanks, sis.
No
And
problem.
just like you, how your avatar looks beautiful, and we made plenty of new friends. I managed to encounter as well a lot of content creators like Coda, and Intimidator, many others, and even became friends with some of them, and even managed to meet my friend Jalen once again. And I believe it was not my first time in meeting him on VR chat, so to speak, but I mean it was the first time meeting him in a long time.
Remember
Kinda
how you
wish you
got
had-
caught in the background of that one stream?
If I remember that, oh yeah, it was during the time of when I caught. It was actually when I met Coda. It was amazing. I absolutely loved it. In fact, I believe we met 2 other people from that you already know as well. At the dealer's den.
Oh yeah, that's right. It would be Super and Nico, right?
Yeah, it was. You know, it's actually great to meet these 2.
Yeah.
Man,
I
it
mean,
was an amazing time.
We ran into them just by chance. I mean, what are the chances?
Yeah. I even met a lot of Furality staff members and even one of the VR chat staff members.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. In fact, I don't know if you were around when that happened, but during the time during the time of when the Avali meetup started up, a VR chat had a massive server crash, which was
no.
it was insane. Everyone just called and hereby created someone created a group in VR chat called the Survivors of the Crash of 25.
No way, they did not.
Yes, they did. It was absolutely hilarious.
I wish you had showed me. Oh my god, I would have joined.
Oh man, but the thing is, you wouldn't have been able to because you would have basically ended up in some sort of limbo world, which showed basically that VR chat is currently unavailable, and yeah, you basically would have been there.
I think I might have been stuck in my home instance at the time being of that incident.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there is also another thing. Remember when we tried to get on that Somna at the first start? Like, we did not know what to do.
How could I forget? We ended up going we went to Finn's room, and then we ended up getting separated the minute we found out how to get in. And then I got stuck at a train station.
Boy.
Little did I know that was going to be the entrance to Dealer's Den about an hour later.
Yeah.
And somehow, after 7 tries, we somehow managed to meet up and make it just in time to the opening. Literally with 2 seconds to spare, not even.
Oh, I remember that. Oh,
That was brutal.
yeah. That was a real mess, and no less that you know, I did not even know the friend system was a thing, and they added it. That was actually new as a Furality Somna this year.
It was a good thing they added it too, otherwise we never would have found each other.
Or else we would have been stuck with probably, I don't know, maybe having to rely on giving each other instance numbers.
That too. Oh god, I remember. I had to call you on Discord like 6 times, freaking out. After you calmed me down, we figured it out.
That was a mess and a half.
That was a nightmare.
Meanwhile, oh man, like, I have to say, my most favorite part of Furality Somna this year was the fireworks.
I agree. They were breathtaking.
Disney ain't got no.
Yeah, Disney's got nothing on that.
Yeah, Disney ain't got nothing on it. In fact, actually, I just remembered something concerning the Furality crash. Like, believe it or not, it was the Amazon Web Services and then Cloudflare that had a crash, apparently, according to the Furality staff, the actual Furality staff members and the VR chat staff members that spoke to us. Like, they told us, like straight up that it was that. And then, like, I was like, okay, that's actually kind of concerning. And then they said, straight up, like I can imagine just the Amazon Web Services just going like, oh wait, why is our server spiking? Why is everything crashing? Oh god, it's Furality, isn't it?
Oh god, I remember the night. I remember the night before the fireworks. They crashed it. I thought they were going to cancel the fireworks and the last day of the thing. I was glad they rescheduled it the next day, but then they kept pushing the fireworks back every single hour. It was till like 7 or 8 that night we finally got to go to the fireworks show, and then we ended up appearing on the wrong platform, on the opposite side of the instance.
Oh jeez. Oh.
And then we ended up having to fly up as the middle of it, trying to get to the top of the spiral just so we could see it. We missed the first 2 seconds of the fireworks, but still, we got to see the whole thing. And honestly, even though it was a 20-minute show, it was the best 20-minute fireworks show I've ever seen in my entire life. It was beautiful, breathtaking, and
it was the first time.
I lost words for it. I have no words for it.
Yeah. It was my first time looking at the fireworks. I actually enabled it in the actual in the non-explosive works mode, and I gotta say straight up, that was the best option ever because it made it even more magical. In fact, it was so beautiful that you actually saw me that I started crying. I think it was first minute in, around the first minute into the fireworks.
Within the first 2 to 5 minutes, you started crying.
Oh, yeah.
It's okay, though. I told you it was no shame in crying, bro. It's all right.
Yeah, I know.
It was a beautiful experience. I mean, the music kind of got me a little emotional. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, sure, I may not have shed a tear during it, but the music did touch my heart in a sense. It was breathtaking.
The intros to the lobby and the Earth's Den.
The lobby one was my favorite. I went through that like 6 times because of how beautiful it was. It was just perfect. It felt like you really stepped into a dream. Like if they were going for a real dream experience, Furality has done it.
Oh, it was amazing, and I hope that they bring back this theme as a sequel, just like they did with Furality, Illuma, and Aqua. That was absolutely amazing. And
I hope so too.
To whoever composed the music, and to the entirety of the Furality staff, you guys did an amazing job this year.
Yeah. To everyone who had a part in Furality Somna, thank you for creating such a beautiful week experience. It was a loss for words beautiful. Thank you.
Honestly, Dalton, if you're watching this if you ever watch this video, I'm eternally grateful to you and the entire team of Furality Somna. All of the staff, everyone, you included. I wish I could have met Finn, but I never had the chance, and that is something I wish I could have done during Furality Somna.
Maybe one day you will meet him.
Perhaps both of us. Like I said,
maybe
next year says.
Yeah.
I'm gonna register for the sponsor tier, and I'm gonna buy you. I'm gonna give you that voucher, another voucher ticket, so you can participate again.
Aw, thanks.
I know how you love Furality Somna, and you're gonna be participating again, and you're gonna love it.
I look forward to it. I don't know what's next for. I don't know what's next for Furality Somna, but whatever happens next. Well, you know what I mean. Like I don't know what's next for. Right. I don't know what's next for Furality in general, but whatever happens, I think we're both looking forward to it. So to the entire team of Furality, thank you guys for a beautiful and incredible experience, and we can't wait to see you again next year.
Oh, absolutely. I made a few friends in the Furality staff. Like, it was amazing. I'm so glad of us. It was just such... I'm crying again. God damn it.
Aww. It's okay. It's okay. It's alright.
Like, it was the perfect first Furality ever for both of us. I just wish I could have met Dalton. Thank goodness. If I ever meet you, Dalton, in real life, you know what's coming, right? I'm gonna be giving you a gigantic hug for creating Furality.
I predicted that coming. Be prepared, he is a definite hugger.
Oh, absolutely. but I might also get emotional.
Warning,
hang on a
he is
minute.
an emotional hugger.
Uh, but yeah, but also like it was absolutely amazing. I'm very glad that Furality existed, and the end at the like, you also even got your own things that you managed to keep as well, like
Oh,
your
yeah,
own
that's
Furality
right.
form, the Furality
That's
Somna
right.
form, which was absolutely beautiful. Like even had an adorable little dragon with that.
Exactly. You know what? I'll actually show it for the video. Here, allow me to pull it up.
Yeah, you might want to back up a little bit because the wings might end up blocking the camera view, but yeah.
When I was at Furality Somna, I'm not exactly sure how I got this. It could have been from the dealer's den, or it might have been from a fan. Either way, I ended up coming back with this beautiful, magnificent, fantastic Furality Somna themed Nova Beast. With a beautiful little dragon, which I like to nickname Xenophane. I don't know if that's actually what her name is, but that's what I decided to call her.
Yeah, and when you pet
Either
it,
way-
it starts purring too, and that is
Yep.
so adorable. Oh, speaking of which,
And
Aw.
not only that, though, but aside from that, this thing can fly. Like, actually fly. I have been looking for a Nova Beast that can fly for months. So, like, hang on, I'm gonna show it. Like, check this out. I actually can fly. I
Yeah.
waited a long time for this. I finally am able to fly. So to whoever made this for Furality Somna, I want to say thank you so much. You just helped create a dream I've been wanting for years to come true. Thank you so much.
It was also
Yes,
kind
I-
of fitting since, you know, Furality Somna is a dream world.
It was a literal dream come true. No pun intended. I said no pun intended!
I'm sorry. That's how put the race to sticker that.
Oh my goodness. Alright.
But man.
So
Okay.
yeah, Furality Somna, it. I'm speechless. Like, it was absolutely amazing. I cannot stop and say that how amazing it was. This year, and at the end of Furality Somna, I went to the big lobby of over 100 people. We reached the 125 limit, but then we ended up having 10 more people. We had several group photos. We hung out. I met several other friends, met and many other staff members. The staff meet and greet and everything. Met several YouTubers and streamers, content creators that I never thought I would have been able to become friends with. I even met others like Seb Espresso. Even was I actually met him as well at the dealer's den. I loved it. I got even to participate in a demonstration in a demo photo shoot. I volunteered for basically for Furality, like for the actual, like, you know, the photo booth. It's for the like the booth itself.
Wow, really?
And-
That's awesome.
Yeah, I got to show up to show up as the Tiger Bee, the Robo Tiger Bee, that is. Like, I've seen that avatar
Nice.
before on Second Life, and it was pretty nice. I have experience on on Second Life as well, and it was like, I basically, like, for me at Furality, what I felt at home. I felt like I belonged. I made a family which I'll always stay close to. Just like you, sis. You grew
Aw.
closer to me. You grew closer to
I
me,
d-
and it's something I'll never
I-
forget.
I agree on that, honestly. I mean, Furality will be something special between you and me always. It brought us way closer together than we ever had before. The whole week I spent with you there was amazing.
Yeah,
I got to see you happy, and that's what meant so much to me.
I'm
Getting to
glad.
spend the entire week in Furality Somna was worth it, mainly because I got to spend it with you.
And I'm glad as
And
well.
I can't wait to do it. I can't wait to do it again with you next year.
Oh, absolutely, same here. So, I have to say, Furality Somna, when I had to leave, Like, the instance closed. The lobby instance closed. I stayed for as long as I possibly could until around 2 o'clock in the morning. My time. Yeah, that late. When it was time for me to say
Wow.
my goodbyes to to everyone at Furality Somna, it was really hard for me. I was holding in my tears. I was having like my throat, like I had a ball in my throat. You know, like the term having a ball in your throat, like as you're about to cry. My heart, like it was basically like I felt heartbroken because it was basically time for me to leave. I needed to go to sleep. I went, said my goodbyes to everyone, and I was tearing up every time for each and every hug I gave. I was crying for each and every hug. But then I did my last goodbye tour. Met those little beachies, those cute little critters that we saw at Furality Somna.
Dream critters. They're called dream critters.
They're called beachies, actually. That's what they're called.
Well, then mine's the one I have called Dream Critter.
I mean, they're called dream critters as well. But
Okay.
I mean, with that world, it'll forever remain in my heart. And I made one last farewell tour around the Furality Somna. Looked at everything, petted those little things goodbye, looked at the world one last time, and then relived the intro for Furality Somna one last time. But before I did that, I ran into another Furality Somna staff member, which was a Renamon, by the way, and
Ooh.
I thanked her in my gratitude, and I hugged her. And that's when I immediately erupted into tears. I pretty much said, I'll always remember it. I don't want to go. I don't want to leave. I can't leave. I can't go. I don't want this to be over. But she pretty much, and I felt, I'll always remember this. I felt the hug. I actually felt the hug. Because...
I'm glad you did.
And that is also what calmed me down a little bit, but made me erupt into tears even more. Because I know that this was a special moment, and that at the time, that Furality Somna would have ended for me at that time. It was very rough, and then I said everyone my goodbyes, waved goodbye to them, as I was still crying a little bit. I then went to relive the intro one last time, and that's when I erupted into tears once again. I then pressed open my menu, and my hand wouldn't move. Like, I couldn't move my hand. Something was preventing me from moving it. Like, I was saying, I'm trying to, but it won't let me. But then I managed to break free of that hold and said, it's time for me to go. Farewell, Furality Somna. But before I did, I took one last picture of myself. A picture of myself looking through the archway of the entrance to Furality into the world of Somna. Arms crossed from behind. I didn't want the camera to see my tears. And then I clicked the go home button. And it was all over like that. I closed VR chat. Exited Steam VR. Was too saddened. Like, I was too sad to even bother putting everything away. I just closed Steam VR, unplugged my headset, left the wires hanging underneath my desk, and just shut down the computer without even bothering to close any apps. And that's when I basically just Let my computer shut down, turned off the power supply, switched off the power supply, and it's when I basically just cried as everything turned off. Like I had the lights turned off, my ceiling fan was turned on, laid down in my bed, and cried myself to sleep. I fell asleep while crying, and a magnificent dream happened. And one last, apparently, Somna, that was why I just realized just now. That was why my arm was having difficulties, because Somna wanted to say goodbye to me. I had a dream of the world of Somna as my persona and everything. Mitsagni, who basically said that we have one last thing for you. You may not be online right now on VR, but you're still active right now in the world of Somna via your dreams. And he let me enter the portals of the archway one last time, where I also saw Ida, my tulpa. She was so happy to see me as Finn showed up. That's when I started crying. I actually felt everything. Ida was trying to comfort me as I hugged Finn. Sagni was there trying to comfort me. And Finn said, "Don't forget this moment." But for now, it's time to say goodbye. And that's when I saw a bright light appear around me and engulf me, as I saw myself starting to vanish with particles. Same with Ida. And he waved me one last goodbye as I was hugging Finn, crying. I woke up that morning. My pillows were actually damp with tears as I realized I was crying in my sleep. Furality Somna will allow me to have such an amazing part of Furality Somna, despite being in VR and online, shall always be something I'll always remember. And I hope I'll be able to relive this world, to come back to this world in my dreams. And I hope the lobby will come back as soon as possible, so I can make that my home world. Because it is an amazing world. A world of dreams. Which, the next day, something snapped within me after Furality. I started feeling changes. Like, as I grew more wise, all my worries, stress, fears, negative emotions, gone. Even the overexcitement was gone. It allowed me to think, to rediscover myself. Something I feel proud about. It was the best time of my life. I cannot thank the Furality staff member enough. Furality Somna was an amazing convention to start with. And the fact that at the closing ceremony, It's too bad you were not there, but I wish you were there.
I wish I could have been.
Like, one of the hosts who took care of managing the donations, they said they reached around 40,000 this year for the Center Orlando.
40,000?
40,000, yeah, for the Center Orlando.
Holy, wow, that's a lot.
However, I saw that, and I saw Dalton walk in, and I'm like, wait, what's going on? And then Dalton said, I'm sorry if I interrupt this, but as of now, we have officially reached $109,000 in donation.
Oh my god.
That
That's
made
incredible.
like, I don't remember if it's Cookie or Biscuit their name, but it made them erupt into tears. And I saw that. I felt that sadness. I cried a little bit because I'm so happy for them. The Center Orlando is a nonprofit organization. And non-lucrative in basically to help people from the for any of the LGBTQIA plus community. Transgender people, any sexual orientation, any of that. Nope. Sorry about that. And they really needed it. I wish Save a Fox could have also been given donations as well. Because the first few years of Furality, the Save a Fox organization also got donations from Furality. I'm
That's
sure
amazing.
you follow Save a Fox, do you, sis?
Of course, I love Save a Fox.
Furality Somna were one of the contributors. Furality, the staff members were actually one of the contributors to donations.
That's incredible. I love this. This is incredible.
It's thanks to them. In fact, during Furality Luma or Aqua, I think, I don't remember which one of the Furalities allowed the Save Fox company to expand on getting a website and expand everything. Thank you so much, Furality. You guys are amazing. But
Well, I'm not really. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
but I was gonna say you were gonna say something, right?
I was gonna say, I'm like, I don't really have much more to say. I mean, what you just stated was beautiful.
Absolutely.
That was the most amazing speech I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And Furality really did touch us in a way that I don't think anything could ever top it.
Yeah.
It was.
We don't know we don't know what's ahead in the reservation for us next year.
That's right. We may not know what Furality has planned for next year, or the year after that, or any year for that matter. But I know one thing is for certain. Whatever happens, whatever comes, whatever they plan next, it's going to be great. And I guarantee we will be there to see it.
I hope so as well.
Yeah.
In this convention
I'm glad.
will forever be in our hearts.
I agree. I'm really
Forever.
glad you took me with you this year.
I'm glad you did.
Sinbad?
Hmm?
Thank you.
You're welcome, sis. Hey guys, I'd like to live this up on one short final note. Thank you so much again for watching this entire video and basically watched all the way through. It took us like an hour and a half or so to basically record all this. The recording took around 34 minutes to record. I'd like to thank Nightwolf DJ for making this project, and I'd like to also thank as well all of you guys for watching this video, and especially Sleepy Demon Kitty for basically recording the other side of the camera. We needed pretty much like a lot of patience. It took a bit of coordination, but I also helped her set up OBS Studio to get it set up. So we did this all unscripted. All we had to do was basically reminisce in the souvenirs of all the convention events. And it was absolutely amazing. The results at the end was just nothing but short of beautiful. It was amazing. And I'm so glad, so glad that this came together so well. Even though I was not the one who came up with the idea, but even though it's actually on Nightwolf DJ channel, I did mention in one of my update videos that I would be collabing with some other channels, like, you know, an example on Daily Discord and such, but I'm derailing and digressing here. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. It means a lot for us. And thank you, especially you, Nightwolf DJ. Thank you for making this video possible. Until then, gentlemen, and ladies and gents, and ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.